Star Trek. Data's evil opposite delivered an R-rated kill that will shock fans. Few characters in the history of Star Trek, the next generation, are as beloved as Data. The endlessly curious android represented optimism, innocence, and the hope that artificial life could evolve beyond its programming. But Star Trek has always loved mirrors, shadows, and twisted reflections of its heroes. For every noble captain or loyal officer, there's often a darker counterpart lurking somewhere in the galaxy. And when it came to Data, that dark counterpart was terrifying. Lore, Data's unstable brother, wasn't just evil. He was chaos wrapped in a charming smile. Introduced in Star Trek, The Next Generation as the prototype android built before Data, Lore immediately stood apart because he possessed emotions, arrogance, and a frightening understanding of manipulation. While Data struggled to become more human, Lore weaponized humanity's worst instincts. But one shocking moment elevated Lore from memorable villain to nightmare fuel. In the episode Descent, Star Trek briefly abandoned its usual restrained television violence and delivered something that felt shockingly close to R-rated sci-fi horror. The scene involved Lore experimenting on the Borg, already one of the franchise's most disturbing species. But what made it unforgettable was the cruelty behind it. Lore didn't simply defeat enemies. He enjoyed dismantling them. The sequence in question shows Lore harvesting emotional responses from Borg drones and effectively torturing them in the process. One horrifying moment features a Borg victim convulsing in agony while body parts are grotesquely removed. For a franchise usually associated with diplomacy, exploration, and philosophical debates, the scene landed like a disruptor blast to the chest. What made it even more unsettling was who committed the act. If a random villain had performed such brutality, it might have been easier to dismiss. But Lore looked exactly like Data. He had the same face, the same voice, the same mechanical precision. Watching Brent Spiner transform Data's familiar features into something sadistic created a level of discomfort Star Trek rarely reaches. It was the franchise confronting viewers with a disturbing possibility. What if Data's incredible intellect and strength existed without morality? That question became the emotional core of Lore's character. Unlike many Star Trek villains driven by revenge or conquest, Lore represented corruption from within. He was proof that advanced intelligence alone doesn't create compassion. In many ways, Lore embodied every fear humanity has about artificial intelligence, superior intellect detached from empathy.